The 2022 World Cup has come to an end and Lionel Messi's Argentina are champions of the world for the third time in their history, and what a final this was to wrap up one of the best World Cups ever. This match was set up to be an all-timer going into it with one of two outcomes possible. Either Lionel Messi would win his first ever World Cup and his last ever World Cup to solidify himself as the greatest of all time after coming so close in 2014 but failing, or he would pass the torch to Kylian Mbappe, who's on his way to becoming one of the greatest of all time, as if France had won it, Mbappe would have won 2 World Cups at the age of 22. And well, it's safe to say this match didn't disappoint, with it having a strong shout for the greatest game of all time. From minute 1, Argentina looked like the better team, and their efforts were rewarded when Di Maria earned the penalty for his team with Dembele tripping him up in the 20th minute. Lionel Messi then turned the race the wrong way and scored from the spot, putting him and his nation one step closer to achieving the biggest trophy in football. This goal also made it so Messi has become the first player to score in every knockout game at one World Cup, and something that makes this even wilder is that he had never scored a goal at the knockout stage of the World Cup until this tournament. After having scored this goal to go 1-up against France, Argentina remained hungry for another to put them in the driving seat, and just 13 minutes after Messi's goal, Di Maria fired home a beautiful pass by McAllister to massively boost Argentina's chances of being crowned champions of the world. This second goal prompted Deschamps to make some early changes, with Dembele, who gave away the penalty, as well as Olivier Giroud coming off the field for Kolo Muani and Marcus Thuram. Kolo Muani had an instant impact when he was brought on against Morocco in France's previous match, with the 24-year-old scoring within a minute after coming onto the field to steal France's spot in this final. However, he failed to have an instant impact in this match, and the scoreline made it 2-0 going into the break. With Argentina playing so well and France playing so poorly, it was hard to imagine a world where France would come back, and as the match got closer and closer to the end, it seemed like the World Cup would be in Argentina's hands at the end of the 90 minutes, as by the 70th minute, France hadn't even attempted a shot at goal yet. However, in the 78th minute, Otamendi provided France a lifeline when he brought Kolo Muani down in the box, giving Kylian Mbappe a golden opportunity to reduce the deficit, and he made the most out of this penalty with him striking the ball past Martinez, who was one of the best penalty savers out there. Then 94 seconds after this goal, Mbappe did the impossible and equalised the game for France with a stunning half volley to shock the entire world. At the age of 23, this guy was single-handedly carrying his nation to a World Cup final and gave them a chance to win the whole thing after they were second best for so long in this match. Neither team was able to score another goal in the remainder of regular time, taking into extra time, which the Argentinians probably couldn't believe. They were dominating this match, and all of a sudden, some individual excellence from Mbappe meant they had to play an extra half an hour in their quest to win the World Cup. Both teams fought hard for a third goal, and eventually in the 108th minute of this match, Lautaro Martinez's shot at goal was diverted by Hugo Lloris and into by Lionel Messi, who from that sort of range was never missing, making it 3-2 to Argentina with not long left to go. France needed to equalise the game if they wanted to stand a chance of winning the second consecutive World Cup, and in the 160th minute they awarded a penalty of Montiel handballing the shot by Mbappe, giving Mbappe a great opportunity to not only level the game for his country in the dying minutes, but become the second player in World Cup history to score a hat-trick in the final. Now of course, scoring 2 penalties in one match is no easy task. We all saw that when Harry Kane skied his second penalty in the quarter-final, and it's even harder to score multiple times from a spot when the guy you're facing is renowned for his ability to save penalties. Nonetheless though, Mbappe stayed calm under pressure and sent Martinez diving the wrong way to equalise the game with a few minutes left, getting his 8th World Cup knockout goal to make him go level with the Brazilian Ronaldo as player with the most World Cup knockout goals, which is crazy as he's only just turned 24 and was 23 at the time. The following minutes after this was hectic, with France coming extremely close to scoring but failing due to some goalkeeping errors by Martinez, and Argentina then hitting France on a counter-attack but being unable to score due to Lautaro Martinez deciding it would be a good idea to do his best impression of Higuain in the 2014 final in this match. With the match being level at the end of the 120 minutes, penalties were ended up siding the champions of the world. Both Mbappe and Messi scored their penalty to make it 1-1 in a shootout, but after the next 2 penalties were taken by both sides, the scoreline was 3-1 to Argentina, with Kingsley Coman having his shot saved by Martinez, Tchouaméni drifting his shot wide. Although Kolo Muani was able to score France's next penalty to make it 3-2 in the shootout, this didn't do much for France, as up came Montiel, who gave away the penalty for France's 3rd goal, and from the spot he scored to redeem himself and win Argentina their 3rd ever World Cup, making everyone back home in Argentina erupt in celebration. The post-match celebration was cool to see. Messi lifted the World Cup up in the air with the 35-year-old now completing football. Emi Martinez was loving life when he was awarded the Golden Glove, and even Sergio Aguero, unfortunately had to retire last year due to a heart condition, was involved in the celebrations too. It's also Lautaro Martinez, who was dressed up in green for some reason. Anyway, that's the World Cup final recap. It was an amazing match to wrap up an amazing tournament, and it was great to see Messi win his 1st ever World Cup. Although you have to feel bad for Mbappe, who scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final and still lost. Anyway, if you made it this far and enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and while share, comment down below opinion on this match. With that being said, have a good one guys. See ya.